Well, welcome to the Queensland Museum of Modern Art, and in this one we'll have a look at some of the motorcycles that came out of Japan and also out of the US. We'll start with this immaculate Kawasaki 500 triple Mach III. This is a very early 169 two-stroke inline three-cylinder motor. Was followed of course by the 750 Mach IV. There was a Mach I 250 and there's a Mach II 350 which later evolved into a 400, but this one here is absolutely immaculate. It's a very unusual white and grey colour, some people will say blue colour, and it's in pristine condition right down to the original indicators on it. And then at the same time, or a little bit later, in 1966, a little bit before it, this Suzuki Hustler. Now a lot of people don't think of the T20 as a Hustler, but this was a two-stroke 250 that came out of Japan, and it's also owned by Jon Munn of Classic Styles. We saw the example at Jonathan's Triumph Bonneville. But he doesn't only have British bikes, he also has Japanese bikes. So thank you very much to Jon Munn from Classic Style for bringing this bike along to the exhibition at the Queensland Museum of Modern Art. And then the bike that you either love or hate, and if you're someone like me, you love it because you've had the opportunity to ride one, and that is the Yamaha V Max. They're a classic in their own time, and this is a early 1992 model, real muscle bike in more ways than one, 1200cc, 140 horsepower, but it's a very remarkable design at the V4, V Max models. You either liked it or not. They're very fast bikes. They could do 400 metres and reach a speed at 200 kilometres per hour. So that's the Yamaha V Max. In this particular example is a 1992 model in beautiful condition. Now, having a look at what the US was doing at the time, 1977 XLR CH Honda was different in that it was an attempt by Willie Davidson of Harley and Davidson to make a cafe racer. They weren't particularly successful. In fact, after 2 years they disappeared due to poor sales. They didn't like the bulky build, and they preferred their classic cruisers. Now, I mentioned the Indian was older, and this is an absolutely beautiful example here of a very late model Indian Scout. It's a tribute to the Wall at Death. It's a 2018 Scout, and they're still in production to this day. And this is from John Gee of Antique Motorcycles in Victoria. John Gee is very, very well known in the Harley and Indian fields and a great sponsor at Young Riders. So let's have a look. This was a one-off special made based on a 2018 Indian Scout, but painted in the traditional Wall at Death colours. In fact, we will show you a genuine Wall at Death Indian a little bit later on. This one has a plaque on it to say what it is, and Harley Davidson's one attempt at making an water-cooled was the V Rod, and the V Rod here is in very, very good condition. This is a 2003 model, 1133 cc's. It's now been deleted from the Harley collection, but it looks magnificent in the silver colour here. And as you can see, 1903, 2003 anniversary, whereas the Indians, just in case some people weren't too sure, we'll just come back to the Indian Scout, established in 1901. So they were made before the Harleys. So Indian 1901, their first bikes made, Harley 1903. Now these magnificent examples are on display at the Queensland Museum of Modern Art, and if you'd like to come along before April 26th, you can see some of these bikes on display too. So hit the subscribe button and why not come along and have a look at some of these innovative motorbikes.